Okay, here we are again. I'm just going to go over the first lesson PowerPoint because now you have access to your computers, you can then start the process of looking at section B. So I'll just run through this very quickly. So on it I went through the plan, which kind of got disrupted slightly. So this is on the PowerPoint. So we're going back to this section here, back to looking up the design brief. So you should have completed just a quick synopsis of this. A context sheet which looks like this, has problem, client, initial plan and a spider diagram. Might have some photos of your client. Then you've got your initial thoughts, so that's where you've had a go at the brief, what your problem is, and then you've got your analysis down at the bottom here. Then you've got your product analysis of a CD dual case. This is one we started when we did those sessions in the lockdown period. Then you've got your product analysis of a different form of CD packaging. So this could be DVD packaging. This one in particular is some form of digipack for a software manufacturer. Then you've got number 5, your client interview with your results of your analysis. So you've got your questions, the results, and the results in a visual form, and then the analysis. What have you found out from that? Asking your client. Then you've got your 2 mood boards. One relates to the album cover, so you should have decided upon the genre of the album cover. So in this case it's some form of heavy metal, and we've got some analysis of what common elements like fonts, imagery on there. And then you've got your last mood board, which is your CD packaging. So you're looking at different forms of CD packaging to help you when you come to do your initial ideas, which you kind of started the surface graphics when we've been in school. So there are your 7 elements for section A. Ignore this slide, ignore that one. So this is what we went through. We're looking at section B. So this is where we're up to with section B. It's worth 10 marks. It's only one sheet. It's got your design brief and it's got your specification list. It's this one we're looking at the moment, the design brief, not the specification list. Don't worry about that just yet. There are only 2 descriptors in here. We're only interested in the top one for now. It says comprehensive design brief, which clearly justifies how you or they have considered their user or client's needs and wants and directly links to the context that you've selected. So we've all done a similar context to do with some form of CD packaging, maybe a school band. So if we analyse that, so we're looking for a detailed design brief, not too short. That's the important thing. It's got to be detailed with enough information in there. The brief must state what the focus will be. We'll come to that in a minute. And importantly, why. So the why bit comes directly from your feedback you've got from your client. What has your client told you that they would like? Could relate to colours, packaging, sustainability issues. What have they told you that they want? What they've told you what they want it for. Then the last little bit, ensure the brief relates to the context, as in the form of CD packaging. So it'd be really difficult not to do that green section. So the section bit is to do with writing it. So here I've read this to you already. So this is some of the sample ones we got from the examination board. In this one, I'm going to create some soft furnishing from a target market of families using a range of skills. We've got no idea why they want to do some soft furnishing, so that will have come from the research. So we would like to know why it's soft furnishings in here. The product needs to be both practical and attractive, as I feel this is what people of my target market require. Why? Where does this evidence come from? Why do they want it to be attractive? So we need the evidence from your research, and I will fit it with a theme room of a bedroom. My design movement of arts and craft, where did this come from? Why was this decided? Will allow me to bring in lots of materials into my product, which I can research into. The cost will need to be suitable for my target market, but a high quality will be required at all times. So there's not enough related to the client on there. And the same for this one. There's not enough in here saying as to why these decisions are being made related to the research in there. So make sure you include that in there. So you're going to get this PowerPoint on here. So in it, it's got a little synopsis of what you've got to include, and then a detailed design brief. So if I just fly through this one, so set up in the template I give you, we want the words in the same style that you've chosen. It should say design brief at the top. Don't worry about the specification just for now. We'll do that later. So this is an example. It was a good one from a couple of years ago. So the focus of my project will be to design and make a range of promotional products to help raise funds to support developing countries. So you could use these sentence starters if you want to. The focus of my project will be to design and make My design project will focus on, or my task is to design and make. Then the next bit we've got here, the product will be used by the charity society. So we've got the client at key points in the school day, form time and morning break. This year, the charity society have decided to support the work of Oxfam and their work with aiding the crisis in Rohingya, I can't pronounce that. The society's theme for the first term is to sell cakes for the pupils. Okay, so we're trying to give as much detail as we possibly can and relate it to the client. Then we've got the society's theme for, we've got that bit. The society's theme for the first term is to sell cakes to the pupils. Not only will the cake sales need promoting, but they will also need displays and systems of transporting the cakes to the sale location. I will need to consider function, aesthetics, information. This bit could be done better here. This could be explained better here, this section here, to do with why these things need to be considered. You could link these to the research that you've already done if you were going to put those in. So it needs to be around about this size, but as much detail as you can. Make sure you include your client. Make sure you include reference to the research that you've already carried out. Okay.